Forex trading for beginners, FAQ. How do I learn Forex trading step by step? There are many different approaches to how to start trading Forex in a sustainable way, whether it's gathering theoretical knowledge in the first place, using demo account, or starting live trading right away. Usually, the first step many traders take for learning Forex step by step is gathering initial theoretical knowledge. The online trading community is full of educational materials, be it ebooks, tutorial articles, videos on demand, online courses, or webinars. They explore various trading aspects starting from currency pairs all the way to technical and economic indicators. Another useful way to learn Forex trading step by step for free is to use a demo account. It allows you to trade just about any currency pair without any financial commitment. And if you want to take it to the next level, you can always turn this demo account into a live account, which introduces more realism into your trades. How do I choose a service provider? Service providers are usually chosen based on taste and preferences. However, most people tend to pay a lot of attention to a company's license. If they don't have it, it could mean that they were not found worthy of one by the local government. In most cases, this is a sign that you should start searching for another one. Other ways include looking at how many software systems they have for their customers, how much general market information they provide, what their previous customer score is, and etc. But no matter how the company may look on the surface, it's still up to your preference as a trader if you want to start trading with them. How do I do research? Research is done by gathering information. People sometimes call it news Forex trading because it relies on fresh news so much. What people tend to do is visit various websites that talk about the Forex industry. They look at the fresh news and try to determine what could happen in the market based on a new event in the world. The news can be political, it could be about economics, or it could be in no way connected to the Forex market. It's up to you to determine if this specific event could have influence over your currency pairs. This is mostly done by analyzing what has happened in the past with the same event and what is being planned for the future. Or you could simply analyze what the majority of the market will believe and follow that trend. What types of Forex trading software is there? There are 3 types of software. They all have their names besides one and are optimized on Forex trading for newbies. There's the web trader that can be used in your web browser. There's the mobile trader that can be used on any mobile device, such as a smartphone or a tablet. And there's the desktop version, which you will have to download and install on your PC or Mac. Thankfully, all of the software is designed to work well on both Android and iOS, so it won't be hard finding something that suits your choice of brands. Which currency pairs should I trade? This also depends on where you live and how much knowledge you have about specific currencies. In most cases, beginner traders usually go for your USD if they are not sure about their native currency or can't find a broker that has a pair for them. The USD is considered as one of the most stable ones in the market, which is why it has the most traders. Having 2 of the largest economies back this currency pair usually guarantees that there will be no huge changes in a single day. This pair can be found in almost every beginner's guide to Forex trading, and deservedly so. Why is trading with my own funds less risky? This could be a bit hard to understand at first, but it all comes to learning how to control your emotions when trading. You see, when a tutorial Forex trading experience takes the risk out of the learning process, you could end up thinking that it's very easy. The reality is that Forex trading is one of the hardest things one can do and succeed at. The tutorial helps you not care about the funds you use for trades and therefore be a bit more liberal with how you use them. But when you use your hard-earned money, the risk starts to affect you and makes you a lot more careful. This method is usually done with very little amounts so that the risk is kept to a minimum. There are dozens of steps that people have to take in order to truly call themselves Forex trader. Most of these steps are taken when people are trading Forex for beginner's status or are trying to exit it with some knowledge already under their belt. To summarize the whole beginner's phase of starting to trade Forex, we need to look at exactly 10 major steps that a beginner has to take. Number 1. Learning the basics, currency pairs. Number 2. Learn the software, MT4, MT5. Number 3. Learn with demo accounts. Number 4. Find a reliable service provider. Number 5. Use the service provider's resources such as tools and guides. Number 6. Try out the support services of the provider. Number 7. Learn about strategies and try them all out. Number 8. Create a plan for reading news and doing independent analysis. Number 9. Keep weekly track of the progress. Number 10. Start placing real trades. Ways to learn Forex trading basics for beginners. Everybody has their own method of learning Forex trading, which is why it's very hard to find a universal guide. In most cases, traders find success stories from all over the world and try to include some of the used strategies in their own methods. However, this could prove very risky, simply because most success stories are about people risking quite a lot and getting lucky in the market. Learn Forex trading for beginners. It may take more time, but ways to learn about Forex trading for beginners are usually recommended to be as risk-free as possible. But they do sometimes boil down to 3 strategies. Number 1. Learning through online guides. Number 2. Copying successful traders. Number 3. Learning while trading and making mistakes. All 3 of these have their advantages and disadvantages, but let's focus on some tried and tested strategies. Learning Forex trading for free. It might sound surprising, but learning Forex trading for free is a definite possibility. The methods that beginners use in this case usually have something to do with demo accounts and no deposit bonuses. But what are these things? A demo account is pretty much a real account where you can place trades, exchange currencies, and even have some kind of payout. However, trading on demo accounts is not done with real funds. The company that owns the demo account gives traders virtual currencies to trade with and learn as they go. It's something like a sandbox for beginners. A no-deposit bonus is a classic answer on how to trade with Forex for beginners in most cases. Newcomers to the markets tend to find a company that has this service and goes for it immediately. Sure, it may be trading for free, but there are reasons why it's not very effective. Common mistakes that beginners make. No matter which strategy you as a trader choose, chances are that you will make at least some mistakes on the journey. It's nothing to be ashamed of and nothing to fear as well. It happens almost all the time, and people with decades of Forex trading experience tend to make mistakes as well. However, this doesn't mean that Forex trading strategies for beginners cannot be planned with the most common mistakes in mind. Here are some mistakes that are usually made by beginners. No prior research. Forex may be a market that is mostly influenced by supply and demand, but it also changes according to what's going on in the world. Let's take Brexit as an example. When the UK first announced that they were leaving the European Union, a lot of traders believed that it would hurt the economy, so they started selling a lot of GBP. Not following a trend. A trend could be almost anything. It usually starts when a large part of the market starts agreeing on something. Let's bring the Brexit example back. Imagine there was a trader that refused to believe that the UK economy would go down. He or she could have been absolutely correct, but would still not be successful on the market. A very important thing people consider when they try to learn to trade Forex for beginners is that no matter how wrong a trend is, it always influences supply and demand as long as enough people follow it. When traders don't follow it, they usually end up having a terrible trading experience. Trading unknown currencies. This mistake is usually made when a specific currency pair has a good history. For example, those that traded this pair managed to achieve huge payouts in the past. This encourages new traders to try it themselves, only to find out that the good past had its reasons, and those reasons are now gone. 5 key steps to getting started with Forex trading. Although all the previous information was more or less enough to start off, it's still important that we summarize it all here. Ways on how to trade Forex for beginners can be a bit confusing, which is why breaking them down into 5 key steps is essential. Here's what people usually do. Forex trading lessons for beginners. Forex trading is always done through a middleman. That middleman is usually a Forex broker. These companies come in various shapes and sizes, so the trading experience can be very different depending on which one a trader chooses. Going for a company that is licensed and has good customer reviews is mostly considered as the first step towards success. Starting to trading with your own funds. Although demo accounts and no deposit bonuses provide risk-free trading, it's important to consider how a trader's psychology is developed. If you learn on the basis of not being afraid to take risks, it could turn out very badly when you start trading with your own funds for the first time. One of the primary Forex trading lessons for beginners is that fearing risk is an advantage and not an issue. This advantage is only gained through putting something you own on the line. Only using funds you can afford. Forex trading almost always starts off as a hobby or a side job. Beginners and veterans usually calculate how much they can deposit and not be too affected if they don't get any payout from it. Choosing a preferred software. There are dozens of types of software that traders can choose from. Most of them are designed to be very similar so that switching is not a problem.